Hello everyone. Today we have Dr. Monika Khatwani with us, and we'll be dealing with the topic called role of mental fitness training in corporates. So welcome to Sofodel. Dr. Monika, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good too. Thank you very much for asking. So welcome to Sofodel, and please
Thank you.
give a little short intro about you, and then we can proceed with the topic.
Sure. So, I'm Dr. Monika Khatwani, as you know. I'm a neuropsychologist, also a corporate trainer. So, I have worked in corporates for quite good 12 years. And then I have started my freelancing corporate trainings. So, I have like 17 plus years of experience in total. So, when I was working in the corporates, I actually found out that the concept of training was very vulnerable that time. The people were only focusing on the soft skills, the people were only focusing on the technical skills. But the power behind the mind, which can help them to have the good soft skills or maybe the good technical skills, is all lacking. So when I say it's all lagging, which means that when the people talk about I'm good in soft skills, so people might have the good communication skills, but what if something is going into their background, like maybe a family matter is there, or maybe some hatred is there for someone, so the person cannot communicate well in that situation.
Okay.
So I actually left my full-time job and started studying the psychology more to throw some light on this concept. And when I studied and when I started counseling the people, I understand a lot is there in the human's mind. From that concept, I started giving the mental fitness training also in corporates. And gratefully, I have been getting internationally recognized nowadays because of this mental fitness training, because it is the need of an hour, I would say, especially after COVID, when the people have realized, okay, this is very important. So this is a bit background about me.
Uh, Thank you.
You are on mute.
Yeah, thank you for the intro, Dr. Monica. So let's start with the topic. So what is basically mental fitness training?
So when we say mental fitness training, we talk about more about the stigmas that are associated in the society. We more talk about creating the awareness that why mental fitness is important and what exactly mental fitness is,
Okay,
and enhance the overall well-being. So
okay,
when I say that what is mental fitness, the people think stress management is a mental fitness or work-life balance is a mental fitness. But the concept of mental fitness training is not only restricted to the stress management or work-life balance. There's a lot into it. So when I say lot into it, we usually face the problems in our day-to-day life. The stress happens because when we are not able to manage the time, or maybe we are not able to solve a particular problem.
okay,
So adversity quotient is one of the concept of the mental fitness training. So how to work on the adverse situation so that stress should not come, first of all. The stress management is secondary, why the stress is coming. So working on that. Then second, expect a social conscience. So
okay,
when the people are actually in a society, in office, or any kind of workplace, where in any kind of place where the people, they are surrounded with different people, and every person has a different sort of energy. The every person you will talk to, they actually have the different sort of thought process behind that. So
okay,
are you getting influenced by the thought process? Is it important, or you should not get influenced by the other's thought process? Similarly, are you socially well developed? Because when you talk about the terms depression, the person is very good in work. Let's say he is the top performer, but he is not socially acceptable, or maybe he's not able to socially talk to anyone
okay,
because he feels that he's an introvert, or maybe he feels that something is lagging in him, or maybe the past traumas are there. So working on all those aspects. So when I say mental fitness training, it is all about adversity quotient, social quotient, emotional quotient, your physical quotient, wherein the physical body part, movement of the physical body part is very important in day-to-day aspect, and the financial quotient, how
okay,
to take care of that. So all these five factors are majorly included in the mental fitness training along with the IQ.
Okay. Thanks for the answers. So I have a few questions ready for you, and I'll be asking one by one so you can answer them, and so that our audience can benefit with the answers and your experience
Yes.
too. So I have another question that what are the key objectives of implementing mental health training in corporate settings?
So when I say implementing the mental health fitness trainings, it is all about incorporating the good IQ, EQ, SQ, AQ, and physical quotient along with the social quotient in all human beings.
So
So
many.
when the person is fulfilled with all these factors, it is holistic development.
Okay.
Only the technical skills cannot make a person as a good person, or maybe a person with good, let's say a person with the good marks
Okay.
cannot be defined as a person with good EQ. So all these factors are basically the key elements of the mental fitness trainings.
Okay. Now, so next question we have, how do you assess the current mental health needs within a corporate environment before designing training programs?
So what I do, I actually talk to the shareholders, that means the seniors of the companies, asking them to address what they think is the issue. I myself conduct some pre-assessments, training assessments, I conduct surveys
Okay.
wherein there are a lot of questionnaires wherein I ask the people to fill those questionnaires. According to which I am able to know that what aspect of the person is lacking. It could be AQ, it could be SQ, it could be something else. And on that basis, a holistic program and training module is developed wherein the training is incorporated and implemented on the basis of that.
Okay. What are some common mental health challenges employees face in the workplace? So this is one of the biggest questions that almost every employee face.
Yes. So most of the people say, I would say the most of the people when I ask this question to even the seniors or the top management level people, then what is the most common thing that your organization is facing? They say stress. But nobody wants to know that what could be the reason of the stress. So stress is the external factor. So I would say the anxiety is one of them. The past traumas are some of them. The people are lacking the social, being a social being. That is one of them. So there are a lot of things that are associated with it. And as a mental fitness trainer, we try to work on all those aspects.
Okay. Mm, so how can mental health training contribute to fostering a supportive and inclusive work culture?
So when you say, first of all, when the awareness is created, and when awareness is created, people get to know it's okay, what problems I personally have in my life. Along with that, they also understand what the other person might be suffering from. So it creates a supportive work culture. For example, if a junior is there in the company, and if senior is expecting the same level of work from the junior, which is not possible because the person is in a learning phase, and that causes a stress, anxiety in the junior, and that is where the communication gap happens. So I have seen in many organizations while giving the training wherein senior feels that okay, I know everything, and where the junior feels that I am updated with everything because it's a new generation.
Yes,
So and they do not communicate. They feel that they are best in their own, but they do not want to grab one thing from the other and other thing from the one.
there is
So
a
there is a lot of gap in this.
gap in thought.
So this, exactly the gap in thought, and when the senior, let's having the 20, 25 years of experience, maybe more than experience, will say, I know everything. I have been working in this organization for past these many years. And the juniors think, okay, I am supposed to learn, but from where should I learn? Because seniors are not helping, and but they are wanting them to do everything over there. So
Yes,
this sort of gap, and suppose like Chat GPT, for example, the junior knows Chat GPT and the senior doesn't know about it. So he would be flaunting that, okay, I know this thing. So that sort of situation should not happen. We should be having the empathy towards each other. Okay, I respect you, you respect me, whether it is a junior or senior. So empathy, a productive work environment can be only there when we are together and
yes,
we work as a team. though we give so many lectures about the teamwork, but if it comes to really being the productive, it doesn't happen because we have some personal grudges for each other. So this training really helps in making the good team, providing the empathy and fostering the good work environment.
Okay, great. So, how do you ensure the effectiveness and long-term impact of mental health training initiatives?
So when I talk about the effectiveness, to be very true, if I'm giving the training today, it is not, the miracles are not going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it is a long process. So for that, what I ask them to at least initiate the weekly trainings for 2 hours, or maybe monthly trainings at least for 4 hours, so that the people what they have learned should not forget that and keep on the same pace. So we usually hear that is developed any habit is developed within 21 days.
Yeah.
We usually say that's right, and this has been proved. So how do you think in one day training the miracles could happen? Nothing could happen.
Obviously.
So I suggest them basically to do it like every weekend for 2 hours. That is also feasible for the corporates, or at least every month for 4 to 5 hours, wherein that they can enjoy and feel that they are welcomed. They can express that, okay, these are the issues they are suffering from. So in every training, there is a different module taken. For example, in one training, I might have taken the self-awareness concept. In another training, I might have uh, covered the decision making concept. And when I say decision making, I'm not talking about the decision making at the like organizational levels. What I'm talking about majorly, or decision tree or something like what I'm taking, how can we be more creative from our minds that we should be able to create the right decision, which
Okay.
involves our empathetic and non-empathetic side both, because every time emotions cannot work. If I
Yeah.
need to fire an employee because the employee is not working, I have to do that. Otherwise, I would be in loss. I
Yes.
cannot show the empathy. So, what aspects of that could cover? So, that is a long thing. So, that is why it cannot be done in one, and it needs the recurring trainings.
Obviously, everything needs time to be done.
Yes.
Okay. What role do managers and leaders play in promoting mental health well-being in the workplace, and how can training support their efforts?
So, first of all, they should be acceptable, because most of the organizations I have seen कि हमारे employees को तो कोई mental health problem है ही नहीं. So, there are no issues. Stress तो सबको होता है. We have gone through the same. So if the organizations or the seniors, so the most important role they play is the acceptance. If the
Okay.
acceptance is there, then they can only work on that. So if they are accepting, then they can create that sort of work culture that can promote and give the people a safe space where they can speak, where they can talk, and where they can come forward. Okay, this is my problem and I want some time for myself, or I want this thing. So these type of like activities, or maybe the open door policy, or maybe understanding is required.
Okay. How do you address stigma surrounding mental health in the corporate environment through training?
So when I talk about the stigma is like all over. Uh, in corporates where the people do not accept, even if they feel, they do not accept that we have having the problem. For example, let's say I have joined a company, and I have given a very good interview. I have been selected and everything. But back of my mind, I do know that I do not have any experience. And when I come on the grounds, I have been trained, I have been doing, but maybe my learning process is slow. But as the company is paying me, they want everybody onto the same role, because I'm getting 10,000, the other person is also getting the 10,000, and he's able to do work. I'm not able to do work. So what is that? Do you think that I intentionally don't want to? I have joined the company with lots of hopes, lots of expectations from myself. But if I'm not able to do that, so the stigma would be the person is not qualified. He might have, but nobody wants, and that the person might need a different sort of training. The person might need a different sort of lookout on the things. So company do not spend these type of times. These are very stigma, and The people think, okay, we cannot, हमने इतना stress आया तो we can be like, इतना तो हम कर ही लेंगे. But that burden is piling up here, here,
with the
here.
time.
Absolutely. And then it gets burst out someday कि okay, अब तो नौकरी छोड़नी है, चलो छोड़ के मुंह पे मार के आ गए. So it doesn't happen in one day. It takes a very long time. And if the companies are able to address those sort of stigmas wherein they do care for people as a human, not only as employees, there would be a lot of things changing and the people would really see the productivity.
Of course. Can you share any success stories or case studies of organizations that have implemented effective mental health training programs?
Okay, so I would not actually talk about the name of the company because it's like it doesn't come in the ethics.
Yes.
So there are companies I have given the training to, and that time I would say that I was still trying to figure out that what sort of trainings would be required, because mental fitness, I have been given the soft skills training, but mental fitness training was the first time. I'm talking about back in like 3 years back. So when this, I thought what could be implemented, what could not be implemented. I started with the 10 life skills of WHO. WHO has given the 10, World Health Organization has given 10 life skills.
Okay.
So then I realized this is majorly that the people are looking for, and the people would develop that. So I started giving, I made the complete concept. I gave the training of like 4 concepts, that from 10 concepts, I gave the training on the 4 concepts. And from those 4 concepts, I asked my client to tell me that, do you feel any changes in the attitude of the employees or proactivity of your employees? The 1 week gone, I did not get any response. 2 week gone, I did not get any response. So it was like heartache for me also that whether it is successful or not. But 4th week, the client called me up and said, it has done magic. The people are more proactive in approach. The people are more helping to each other. Even their promotion is there, but they don't mind helping others. So it has been, so the client said that they have seen the collective work environment and with lot of positivity in the atmosphere. So, and when they, the client said, when I personally went to them and asked them that, are you not feeling stressed? And they were smiling and saying that, okay, we are able to manage that because we have been communicating and we are together. So it will be done. So that sort of response the client gave after 4th week, and it was really okay. Something has really changed. So it was me to be very true experimenting, but it really worked. And then when I started giving the trainings more and more, I got very good responses from the clients that, okay, this is really working. This is being very helpful. And they want to continue more and more and more. So this is the impact where the people feel that it is not the development of only technical skills. It is development of overall productivity subconsciously. I'm not saying I'm going to give them the sales training, but what is happening? The productivity is developed subconsciously because they are able to do good teamwork. And they are able to manage their stress. They are able to give time from the heart, not only from the mind. So these type of changes, the people have said, the clients have said that they have seen.
Yeah, it is said that a happy mind can do much more work than a sad mind.
Absolutely.
So here I have another question for you. What ongoing support or resources are provided to employees following mental health training sessions?
So what I do, I give them some documents, some PDF to read also, because if I'm, let's say, if I'm giving the training and I'm gone, people might not go into or recall maybe because they might be busy in the different sort of things. And apart from that, I also open the online counseling options for them so that in case if they want to discuss something, if they feel overwhelmed, or they're having any kind of stress or any kind of personal stress or personal traumas that is hampering their work performance or productivity. So I also ask them to, they can come forward and book the online sessions also. So this stuff and PDF material to read is also one of the options that I give so that they can go through it in detail and read it out.
Sure. So you can provide trainings both online and offline, right?
Right.
So anywhere from anywhere of the world, I mean, if somebody, any company owner wants to have training for their employees, so it can be done.
Yes, it can be done.
Great.
Definitely.
That sounds very
So
good.
I have actually given the training in abroad also. Recently, I have given the training to the UK, one of my UK client,
Okay.
one of the clients from France. So because I feel that in India, it is still an stigma, but in abroad, the people are really grateful when they are getting such kind of things.
Yes, yes.
So there is a difference, but now I believe the people in India are also accepting this fact.
Yeah, definitely. Because both things are important. Mental health,
Yes.
physical health, a complete well-being is important for a person. So I have another question, like give please give some simple tips for the employees that how they will balance their work life and everything.
So when I talk about managing the work-life balance, I have read a quote during my childhood. I still recall that, and it is like it has touched my heart, and I follow that very seriously. So the only concept to maintain a work-life balance is work while you work and play while you play.
Oh,
Do not mix
right.
it up.
That's very good.
So when you're working, give your 100%. When you're playing, when you're outside, give your 100%. If you're trying to overlap or mix anything, you will never be able to have a good work-life balance. So give 100% to whatever you're doing. So if you're at office, you're having your 10 personal calls. That means you're not able to give. So when you are at home, you will be getting 10 office calls. So that is a balance. But if you're giving the 100% towards your work and 100% to your what you're doing, the other part of your life, the work-life balance will be maintained.
Yeah. Currently, what happens normally that every employee, most of the employee, not every, but most of the like more than 90% of the employees, they are not happy with their work. They say that this job is not good. I want to switch. So switching is also one reason that I find they want to switch any company. They get bored with the same company and try to go to another company, thinking that that would be good. So what is your thought on this actually?
So when I say you have the right to switch, but do you think you have to question yourself first? Do you think that you have gained enough from the company? Are you capable enough that if you're joining the new company, you would be able to give to that? Or you're just going for the higher salary? So if the salary is the only motto, the growth cannot happen. So if I'm joining every company, I'm leaving the company in every 6 months. I cannot grow in my life because I do not have the stability. And this is showing that my mind is not relaxed. If my mind is not relaxed, I cannot be stable in anywhere. So if it's okay to grow, it's okay to go for the new options, but you have to question yourself. Have you really gained that much of knowledge? Have you gained really that much of experience where you think the switch is required?
Okay.
So let's say I might take 1 year to gain certain knowledge, certain things, but do you think that what are the other things I'm getting from the company, I would be able to get it from that company also, apart from the money? Because 90% of the people switch for higher salary or the toxic environment. 10% of the people switch the company for the toxic environment.
Okay.
No matter the people say that because of the toxic environment people do shuffle, no, but the fact, if you will check the fact, people survive in the toxic environment, they only switch for the money. So are they ready to go into the toxic environment if they are getting really good high money? So they have to question themselves. And switching the companies over and over again, it shows a very instability in their personal lives, personal mind, and personal things, because they are somewhere they feel there was a research done, to be very true, somewhere the people feel the insecurity, and there could be different reasons for that. There, like it could be from the parents, it could be from their children, it could be from their past relationships. So the sort of insecurity is reflected in the work,
Okay.
and if they are able to address that, they will never do this.
Got it. So thank you very much for all your good answers. And so anything more that you want to discuss or talk about? As I'm done
No,
from
I wonderful. So I just want to give a message to everyone. See, mental health is not about only the stress management. This is a message for the corporates. There are a lot of things associated with the human as a whole, and that are reflected in the work. So if we are as an uh, human beings or as in society, if we are able to work on those issues, we will see the wonders. And I'm hoping the wonders in the companies.
very true, very true. That's very true to hear, and that's very grateful to you that you have been here. Thank you very much for giving so much good answers for all our employees and company owners. They will definitely get benefit. And if anybody, any company owner or organization owner wants to have training with you, they can do training for their employees and get the benefit of mental health trainings. So I'll put all your details in the
Absolutely.
description of the video so that they can check it out and get connected with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
It
you.
was really wonderful talking to you.
Same here. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.